Hey everybody, Little Joy here, and welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be part 2 of my OCs for the 7 Deadly Sins comic idea that I have. I already went over Lust, which was just one long video basically about her and like some details that I had for the comic. But for the rest of the parts, it'll be at least 2 of the avatars for each video, so it won't be like as long talking about one character, especially since I don't have much of their personalities down and whatnot. So these would most likely just be a startup for their character sheets, and then most likely over time you'll just see more adding more and more onto each one. And so as you can see in this first video, or first drawing, I'm going to be drawing Greed. With the next drawing, you'll be seeing Envy. More about Greed. Greed is honestly one of my favorites along with Lust. These two are like my all-time favorite of the avatars to draw. Though the character design might not be the greatest, I feel like over time they're going to get better and actually have more personality to them as well. I haven't done much with characters design before, but I think I've been getting better and better as the years come and go. Besides that, more about Greed. Greed is a great character in my world. She's a very important character. As being one of the biggest characters, she would get more screen time in my comic than a few of the others, which, may or may not be because she's one of my favorites. With that, I feel like throughout the time that you get to see her, you'll be able to see her grow and learn more about her, and you get to see her learn more so about herself and basically just like more so a meaning behind things. With that, she's a very laid back demon who always seems to have a smirk on her face. I kind of feel like we're not going to relate that to Undertale. If you do, please, no, just don't. But she's honestly at the top of the list, so she's like number 1 on the demon board. So I guess being like the richest demon in the underworld, she kind of has a right to almost be cocky. She honestly hates the other 7 deadly sins and wishes she could just throw them into a pit of lava. But alas, she cannot, sadly, for her own sake. The avatars, honestly, they really just seem to get on her nerve, but especially since they all live together and they are constantly watched by the paparazzi, and a missing avatar wouldn't look great for the underworld. So instead, she opts for instigating fights in between all of the avatars. She uses her social skills to find what irks others, and she will use that against them. But she does have a soft spot for her pet scorpion, Death. I honestly never thought I would have given her a pet, but as I continue to think more and more about it, I feel like it would be very cute for her to have. She is honestly not a great character, but I think that more so has to do with my character design and character planning, which is why I'm glad I'm doing some of these character sheets, because I also put down likes and dislikes in these if you couldn't tell, and as you can see at the end. But she's honestly just putting that likes and dislikes down, I feel like actually brings out the character more. Like, I put down specifically that she likes dry wine. I don't think I would have ever thought that she liked dry wine until I actually drew her down, sat her down, and started figuring out what her likes and dislikes were. So, which I thought was just a different thing for me to do. I'm honestly later on, probably a few years down, I don't know, but I'm probably going to do a very detailed like character sheet for them, so at least I'll be able to actually like have all of the details for her. Hopefully that's gonna happen. If not, then you guys will just, you know, be seeing her being drawn a lot and just seeing like all the 7 deadly sins together in general. So I mean, hopefully though, I will get to that point, because I have had this comic idea, like I've said before, has been on my mind for years, and I just think it would be a great way to, you know, actually bring my idea to life. I've been literally drawing them since like middle school, which is, I feel like, is crazy. Besides that, next we're going on to Envy. Envy, honestly, in my opinion, is such a beautiful character with how I drew her. I'd have to say she's even prettier than Lust. She's just memorizing, and I feel like her entire color palette works well for her character. And honestly, it's just beautiful. I feel like this one, she actually seems to have more of a cohesive, that's the word, there we go, cohesive color palette, which I just feel like works. More about her personality though, she's obviously a jealous demon, being the avatar of Envy. She hates not being the center of attention and hates when someone will steal her spotlight. With that, and on the character sheets, you can see that I put zodiac signs. I honestly specifically went through each zodiac to see which ones would fit, which is why I've given each character their zodiac sign. For Leos and with Envy, they very much so like to be the center of attention, which is why I honestly did that. It also gives me a general idea of how their personality would be, so that's another reason why I did that, just so I can build up on that. And more about her, she is a very brutally, oh my gosh, I can't talk today, I'm so sorry. She's brutally honest and a very mean demon, and she can 100% and will backstab you in the back, which I guess at some points, with her being brutally honest, it can be good, but usually if it's only someone who really has a lot more positive traits, so most of her traits are really negative, so she's just gonna seem rude most of the time. But I mean, if you do seem to befriend her, you'll have an honest friend, but most people can barely even stand her long enough. Like, more or so about talking about her, she will always talk over you, and even if you aren't done talking about something, but yet she'll get very irritated if you talk over her, and the next thing you know, she's not talking to you for like a week. She's a bit of a train wreck and will always try to one-up you as well. Expect her to be wearing like the same outfit you wore a couple days ago, and her saying it was just ugly on you, which is why she's wearing it to show you how it's done, which is ridiculous, and I just feel like is rude in general for anyone to do. And granted, she's just a very toxic demon / person to be around. Like, you'll feel emotionally drained, like she just sucks up the joy from you, which is honestly why she's been single for a few years now. No one can just stand to be around her. I feel like this at least suits her and how the avatar would be. So that's all I have for her, and that's the personality of the two. Let me know if you think that resonates with them. If not, tell me how you would think the avatars of Greed and Envy would be in your eyes. With that being said, that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day and or night. Bye!